airspace. The sky is full of thick clouds, and we've got strong winds and lightning.
Everything is fine for the moment. No issues. Begin preparations for descent. Julia, what's wrong?
The windshield has been destroyed. I'm going to eject. Director Chen, I managed to escape the aircraft. I can see a massive black hole up ahead.
A black hole. Understood. I'll inform the other.
Are you looking for a game
now,
that
find a safe place.
is like Shadow Warrior but takes itself way too seriously without all the comedy? Then Bright Memory Infinite is for you. Here is my Is It Good review. So Bright Memory started off as a game on Steam's early access program back in January of 2019, and it actually was a launch title for the Xbox Series X and S back in November of 2020. Originally the game was going to have an episode 2, but it ended up becoming a full-length game, which you're seeing right here, called Bright Memory Infinite, which was just released back on July 21st of this year. Now the game has you playing as Shelia, and you have been sent by the Science Research Organization to prevent the SAI, a military organization, from getting their hands on a ancient legendary power that gives them the ability to revive the dead. Now, as I said before, the game reminds me a lot of Shadow Warrior in the sense that you have gunplay and swordplay, as you'll see here in these clips that I've put up for you guys. Now, timing is everything here in this game, and if you can time with your sword the ability to block melee attacks, you can do that opens up enemies for a series of combos that you can open up on them, and vice versa. Now, the game is very short. It is only 7 chapters long, and I was able to finish it and beat it just under 2 hours, and that was me playing on easy difficulty. But the game is pretty difficult, even on easy difficulty. It's pretty hard. Now, some of the things I don't like about Bright Memory Infinite. The game did crash on me about 4 different times. I don't know if it was because there was just too many enemies on the screen or what have you, but the game just crashed. And what I mean by that is just went back to the main, the Xbox dashboard on my Xbox Series X. Now, I do want to thank, by the way, FYQOD for providing me a copy of the game to review. And this is being reviewed on an Xbox Series X. The gameplay video you're seeing here is from just that. The game itself is, like I said, about 2 hours long on the difficulty I played on. Now, I'm sure it's much longer than that, depending on the difficulty you choose. This game is supposed to really show the power of the Xbox Series X. It does run at 4K 60 FPS. It also has a higher frame rate mode for those of you that have a 120 FPS TV that has that capability. I unfortunately do not have that, so I wasn't able to test out the higher frame rate mode. But I will say that this does give you the ability to have turned VSync off and on. Now, I will tell you that when I turned off VSync, the game had some serious texture tearing, which I unfortunately don't have here on video to show you, but find out for yourself if you happen to purchase this game. The game runs really smooth. I didn't have any gameplay or graphical errors. You can see here that the game does allow you to collect these things called reliquaries, and you can upgrade your exo unit arm, your weapon in the form of your sword, and you can upgrade your main machine gun as well there, as you can see me use there. The game is pretty straightforward. It's very, there's one mission in particular I did not enjoy at all, which was the stealth mission. There's an entire level that requires stealth, and I did not enjoy that because the enemies are just, they see you way too easily, and I just didn't feel that a stealth area it just kind of took away the pacing of the game, because this game is meant to be very fast-paced. There's a lot going on with your, being able to use your sword and stuff like that. And the other thing too is I mentioned that this ancient relic that SAI is trying to get control of in the form of this black hole is allows them to resurrect the dead, and it kind of takes you back to a time when I can't tell what era these soldiers are from. They remind me of Roman soldiers, but I could be wrong about that. However, the game just, I don't know, it plays very well from what I played. I finished the entire game. It didn't really take me very long to do. Like I said, almost 2 hours long. There was one mission that was really, really cool later in the game. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's like the second to last level. I thought that was kind of neat. But it's just like a mini version of Shadow Warrior, except I enjoyed the Shadow Warrior games way more just because of their sense of humor. This is a way more serious version of that particular game. The game does retail at $19.99. You can pick this up right now on Steam. It is, I believe, the first episode was released on iOS and Android back in 2020. But this is actually on the Switch too, and I've seen people say that the Switch version actually looks pretty good. I'm pretty surprised that they was able to put this on the Switch. And this was only developed by one person, by Xing Zhanqing. I believe I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. If I mispronounce that, I apologize. But for a person that developed this, and it was only one person, they did a really great job. But me personally, I don't know. I've played far better games like this, and really the only game I can compare this to is Shadow Warrior. And I enjoyed Shadow Warrior, even though it's not that graphically impressive. Even Shadow Warrior 3, it was much more enjoyable. The pacing was better. I enjoyed it way more overall than this game. While I appreciate what this game is trying to do, I mean, replace the demons in Shadow Warrior for ancient soldiers, if you will. The boss fights are pretty fun. There were some very big bosses in this game. Some of them, even on easy, are pretty difficult to defeat. But all in all, I would say, is this a good game? It's a decent game. I would not pay $20 for it. I think right now it's on sale on the Xbox Store, and maybe even the PlayStation Store for $17.99, but I don't think this game is worth $20. I think it's more worth $10, or you might want to just wait until it becomes available either on PlayStation Plus or Xbox Game Pass. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching my review of Bright Memory Infinite. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe.